There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Now this is a conundrum.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
Getting proper rest is an important...
"'Tis a relief to be home. Let us just say that not all...
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway?
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
I overheard some. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
Today. This cannot go on. I must try to effect a change.
The only person I believe in is myself.
Nary a gentle scratch on my arms and armor.
Just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
train. Arms to procure.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Would that such peace reigned eternal. Would that I could always feel so
Overcrowded is a blessing.
I'm in fine fettle today. Still waiting on...
Good to see you, Master.
There's ought to be said.
Keep my arms strong and my mind sharp.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
I like to come here when I...
Is it...
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull. All guard in the palace. Li-
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
The sooner my duties are concluded, the better.
Beauty fades,
Headful Grove
talent
also
will
goes awry.
rage. Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
All's well here. I'd best move on. All's well here. I'd best move on.
They're the same
It's
tired
a long day of work.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up!
Open this door right now.
dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Oh, that patron pick another tonight.
Is this where you've been all this time? 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
No easy thing. Making a living as a soldier.
Not to think on my troubles.
I'm dead on.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
So, the false...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place?
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to. Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, he refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation.
Tis as you say.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Wonder if it's too early for...
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
One can never have too many materials.
Oh, what?
Time to go home and write down.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune...
Just yon...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I... Few can afford perpetual generosity. I...
No shortage of easy, Mark. I'll not
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
My prayers will surely be rewarded in
Wickedness has no hold upon it. I find such solace in prayer. What achieve might thou for people's woes? The agony! I know so little of this world and of myself.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May... Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he... This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner. Might I impose on you to...
Gathering clues will be essential to our success in this matter.
There's no great shock to me.
What teachings might salve people's woes? How would this Must we beg for guidance? Can't we make our own way?
We were supposed to go explore. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Where could Malcolm... Perhaps you could try asking the other children.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late, I don't know why he bothered.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come! I fear there's not... Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks... Let us make haste.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
Shall we follow, Master?
It is no great shock to me.
How are we to get through this door?
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together.
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely in any scholar's dream.
'Tis as you say.
The book's nest.
Are we ignoring the enemy today?
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
I suppose 'tis so.
I get the sense I oughtn't be. What should I do? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Times are hard. I'm barely straight from now. What's life
Puts me in the mood for a song.
Would that all my days were so short. When battling monsters, the basic strategy...
Do you know how long you'll be?
I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
All honest coin is made while the sun is high. Mayhap I really would have been better off a bake.
So, 'twas not to be. 'Tis no surprise. The magistrate is well renowned for his obstinacy. Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me.
Just nodded off for a moment there.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think I'd me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought be able to this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, words may be wind, but there's naught mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
I've been on my feet all
acting
day.
up today.
My legs are as lead.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Greetings.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying if the man's home is located in Bakbatal.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Nothing more pathetic than begging.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
You're gonna regret that.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray. Take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Outstanding.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me. But would your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origin? Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to...
Find any turn. Peruse at your leisure.
That's the last straw.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
doing about a dozen things at once.
Idleness is a luxury you don't rarely
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
This really is fun.
That looks promising.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the business. Fancy a look at my wares?
The goblin, I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least. Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Nox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you... My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see. Splendid! Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. And I would each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monster. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. And I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favor. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Let us see this delivered swiftly and intact.
You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it!
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Report me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir! It'll do you no good letting me rot in here, you know.